All right, we're rolling. Hey, Daz, how we doing? I wanted to really vent about this because if you're a gamer, you've probably heard this series before. This is the Fable series. Now, Fable 3 just seemed to be a complete deal breaker with the series as far as it going on. They had a remake of the first game, but as far as everything else, it just kind of died. I mean, it was the sanctuary, it was the campaign, the fact that you couldn't die, money being useless for the most part. It just came down to, well, compared to the other two games, it was one of those where it's just like, hey, we hit number three, and this one's a bomb. So, we got a confirmation in the Xbox Series X system, aka the tower as they call it, or the mini fridge or whatever. But of everything that I'm reading here, now, hear me out. This is an RPG, this is about swordsmanship and magic. It's your Dungeons and Dragons without the dragons, old school combat, as I call it. But here's what we have as far as what I looked into. Comes back with an asteroid hidden Albion, and there's other planets and space travel involved. Now, how do you get swordsmanship and magic to outer space? When I think of outer space and all this other stuff, I think of not so much Ratchet and Clank, but there's other games, but I mean, you use guns, there's other weaponry. I don't think so much melee and casting spells. But that's just me, but it just feels weird. And on top of that, right? Just the concept of all that, and apparently there's a door that you travel to, whatever. There is another company that's doing it. It's not the original company that's done the other three. But this has been a long time running Xbox title. This is like one of those titles when I was growing up. I had a PS2, then I went to the 360 because the PS3 wasn't out yet. And then I eventually converted over getting the PS3, and then I got the PS4. Most of my friends have the PS4. But when I think of back then when there was old console wars, you think of certain games that's like, damn, made you jealous. Like for the Xbox players, Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. At least for my buddies. And me, I was jealous of Halo and Fable. I think there was a little bit more, but that was the main two. So now we got off that series where they released the PS5 trailer and they showed Ratchet and Clank. And I saw the trailer and I'm in awe. Everything that we've asked for is happening. And if you're a Ratchet and Clank fan, you're over the moon. Our questions have been answered and it's a firm yes. But Fable, something that hasn't had anything in quite some time. Last time Fable 3 came out, I was in high school, and they were talking about over a decade or so. So, if this is going to be the next biggest thing and it's going to be so important, why didn't you take the opportunity at E3? To me, it just makes no sense. The part where these big things and these big announcements, just a sneak peek, anything. There hasn't been a trailer yet, nothing. If you just say, hey, we got a sneak peek of development, show some screenshots for crying out loud. Nothing. We got nothing. And to me, this looks like a flop. Let me know in the comments, guys, and please stay safe and stay healthy. Later.